One way to avoid repeating a crisis is to know what caused the first crisis. But do you know who should investigate your business crisis? I'm Edward Segal, author of the best-selling book, Crisis Ahead: 101 Ways to Prepare for and Bounce Back from Disasters, Scandals, and Other Emergencies. In today's Crisis Management Minute, I'll explain what can be at stake when deciding who will look into the cause of a crisis. An often overlooked part of dealing with a corporate emergency is deciding who will investigate the crisis. A lot can certainly ride on the answer, including the perception and results of the inquiry and the steps that are taken to ensure that the crisis is not repeated. By having an external investigation, instead of one that's conducted in-house, the conclusions and recommendations can often be perceived to be more credible and objective. That's why companies and organizations will often retain outside firms, such as attorneys, accountants, other experts, or even prominent individuals, to conduct thorough and speedy investigations. Their jobs are to find out what happened, why it happened, and what can be done to ensure that it does not happen again. For example, the United States Soccer Federation recently hired former U.S. Attorney General Sally Yates to investigate the allegations of sexual abuse of players. Her report about the scandal made headlines around the world. Depending upon the nature of the crisis, such as fraud, embezzlement, sexual abuse, or other illegal activities, you might not have any say at all about the investigation, because these crises would naturally be investigated by law enforcement agencies. The bottom line is this: who investigates your business crisis and how they investigate it can put the matter behind you as soon as possible. But if the situation is poorly handled, the investigation itself could make the situation worse, or even create another crisis. In the next episode of the Crisis Management Minute, you'll find out how to measure your company's vulnerability to a crisis. Remember, it's not if your brand, company, or organization will have a crisis, but when. And the sooner you are prepared for it, the better.